After a 2-hour and 17-minute rain delay, the crowd's late to file in, expected to be a packed house. Just the 6th time in history that the top 2 seeds go head-to-head. And the 2 seed has won 4 of those 5 meetings. As we start our rematch of the 2019 championship finals. Aaliyah Jordan, the junior from Chula Vista, will get things going. 2-time All-American. She was in this leadoff spot much of the second half of the year when Bubba Nichols was out with the injury. Bubba hit up top the last 2 games for the Bruins. Reaches for one and the grounder to first. Taylon Snow cleans it up, 1 down. Bree Perez, the junior from Martinez, California. Top recruit in the country coming out of high school and has picked up All-American accolades with UCLA. Hit home runs in both of their Champ Series games 2 years ago. A couple of pitches, a couple of outs. 2 down.
Some aggressive swinging early from the Bruins. Both Jordan and Perez picking a pitch they can drive. Perez does just that, but into the glove of Jennings.
The best fielding percentage in the country this year for this Oklahoma defense behind Nicole May. As Rachel Garcia steps in, looking for her first hit of this Women's College World Series. 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. A .336 hitter on the year with home run power. And Garcia smashes one back up the middle.
And for UCLA, this is going to be a completely different type of pitching than what they saw last night with Montana Fouts. May is going to be a lot of mix, a lot of down in the zone. And sitting back and just being able to drive pitch is going to be important. Garcia gets through that pitch, drives it right back up the middle.
Well, even Nicole May, when she throws her rise ball, no offense to May, but nothing compared to Montana Fouts. Perfect game yesterday with that pitch. I think the Bruins are excited to see anybody that isn't named Montana Fouts.
No hits, no base runners, no nothing. A rarity for UCLA. Alabama will face the winner of our second game tonight, Florida State and Oklahoma State, the final elimination game of the day. Delaney has 4 hits in the NCAA tournament, with 2 of them being home run balls. 4 RBI. Junior from Orchid, California. Sister Stevie was a member of the national championship team a couple years ago. Delaney transferred in from Loyola Marymount. Sooners at 51-3, losses to James Madison here on Thursday. During the regular season, Oklahoma State and Georgia. They vanquished that Georgia loss earlier today as Patty Gasso looks on. Whiz, high fly ball, back to the track goes Coleman. Just enough room to bring it in. And she will settle in against Tiare Jennings, the National Freshman of the Year. Batting .542 in the postseason, 12 RBI, 12 runs. She's got that combination of not only getting on base and scoring, but she can take you deep. Half of her hits are for extra bases. Total package.
Ball from
And it's going to be important for Rachel Garcia to work ahead. If this Oklahoma team, as good as they are, getting to leverage counts, they're going to be tough to retire.
Jare 3 for 6 so far in the World Series with a home run. The total is 150. They are 8 shy of the all-time mark set by Hawaii 11 years ago. They are averaging 11 runs per game. Missed away, 2-1. Scott Tomlinson behind the plate. Tom Meyer, Chris Neighbors, Don Brown on the bases this evening. Jennings. And the leadoff walk. And it's important, too, to note here early on, guys, that this may have been a start for Megan Faremo, the outstanding second pitcher for the Bruins. An injury over the weekend. She does not make the trip with the team, and as far as we know, still not with the club and unavailable perhaps as long as they're here. So that's why Garcia has to go again. And here we go with the showdown. The last 3 National Players of the Year. Twice Garcia, and this year Jocelyn Alo. Grounder to Vines, flips it to Perez, double play.
This is how hard this ball is hit. Rocket to Anna Vines. She even takes an extra second there to turn it. A beautifully defined on an off-speed pitch. Second to short across the bag to get Alo out by 3 steps.
And that is the 3rd double play of this postseason for UCLA. They have struggled, though, defensively. 10 errors in this postseason so far. So that's a good sign for the defense behind Garcia.
Got to keep it clean. Oklahoma does not need your help as an opposing team. Kinsey Hansen, one of their 3 home runs this afternoon in a win over Georgia. All of them 2-run shots. Kinsey's got a couple of hits in their first 2 games here at the World Series. Garcia and the Bruins, the 2 seed at 47-6. Your regular season champions in the Pac-12 Conference. And your 12-time NCAA national champions. The gold standard. Hansen popped out of play. Expecting close to 13,000 once everyone files in after our lengthy rain delay pregame. In the beautifully renovated Hall of Fame stadium that has added an upper deck this year. Just outside the line. Hansen was the MVP of the Big 12 tournament with 5 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Angry after her Big 12 awards snub. She was not a first-teamer, second-teamer. Much to the surprise of Sooner Nation.
22 home runs and a 443 average isn't good enough.
I think that's passing in just about any league.
Yeah.
So many good players on this team.
Garcia's got her 0-2 here. Patty Gasso showing her agility down the third baseline. 14th trip to the Women's College World Series. The last decade, a remarkable run that has included 3 national championships and 5 trips to the finals.
Mackenzie to see it down. And Garcia, as Smitty, you talked about it, she can throw all the pitches, but known, especially 2 strikes, going up in the zone with that rise ball.
And just to your point, I think what's most important for Garcia tonight is the movement.
Ball.
And that last pitch is an example of a curveball on the outside corner. So she wants to put this on the white, on the corner of the plate, and let it run. And it looks pretty good hitting the front part of the plate, but just a bit outside.
Hansen pops up the rise. Alyssa Garcia runs out of room, so the 8th pitch of the at-bat forthcoming. Garcia struggled to get out of the first inning last night. A couple of quick runs for Alabama. Her pitch count jumped up to over 30. Looking for more efficiency this evening. Hansen chops to Delaney. Wiz has the time. And it is picked by Kinsley Washington. 3 up and 3 down. Back in the late 80s and early 90s as a catcher. And the base hit to start off the second from Meyer Brady. Second hit for UCLA.
They have been aggressive early in the count, attacking pitches.
They're excited to hit. If you go to bed, have a no-hitter up against you, a perfect game. You got all day long. You know they were taking batting practice. It's all about let's get on them early. Let's swing the bat. It's got to feel good just to be on first base because they were never there last night.
Yeah, just 10 pitches so far off the hand of Nicole May. Here's Kinsley Washington. Snaps that to the outside. Just may have caught a glimpse of G. Juarez running out to the Oklahoma bullpen. G looked very good in the win earlier today. Gave way in the 6th inning. Nicole May came on, got the last 2 outs. Got her feet wet here. First appearance at the Women's College World Series. Just saw on the highlight reel, it was this Bruin right here, a Bruin legacy. With the walk-off winner in the Champ Series 2 years ago, the first we've had here in 27 years to win the Natty. Dad was a football star at UCLA. Had a little bunt and run on right there as Brady was on the move from first.
I think UCLA knows how important it is to score early, try to get the lead for Rachel Garcia, and open up that strike zone against that strong offense for Oklahoma.
Usually it's to take the pressure off the pitcher, but I really believe, Smitty, it's to take the pressure off the offense. I mean, this is a team that really started to press late. If they can get on the board first, it takes a lot of that pressure.
1-2. Top foul. Brady was not going that time. She does have 6 stolen bases already in the NCAA tournament. Or excuse me, 6 during the season. Rise up and out. to second, and off the glove of Tiare Jennings, and it squirts out into center field, and a couple of Bruins are aboard with nobody out. And the rare error for the top defense in the country.
Tiare Jennings, watch her try to get around this ball and fall to her knees as she sees that ball get to her right, and because of that, actually ricochets off her body into center field because she tried to get so low and get that ball.
They do not put an error up on the scoreboard.
I think it's a base hit. That ball was scorched, Beth, and as much as Tiare would tell you she can make that play, it's a tough play to make.
Small ball for the Bruins. Vines able to move the runners over, one down.
That is a great bunt. That is a really good sacrifice. Anna Vines, textbook, getting the bat out squared up so she puts it in play. And I love that Maya Brady is aggressive and making sure she's got a really good lead. Look, never squares her hips up, continues on to third. Good execution by the Bruins.
Two in scoring position for Alyssa Garcia. Another first pitch swing. Redshirt freshman from Chula Vista. 1 for 9 so far in the NCAA tournament. 0 for 2 Thursday. She did not have an at-bat last night. And 2. Bruins are waiting to wake up the bats. Look at the numbers from the regular season, and then the big dip. Half as many runs, and the runners in scoring position, a big problem. And so here's a chance to remedy that. Garcia pops it up. 2 down.
So many ways to score those runs when it was less than 2 outs. The infield had been pulled way in, the outfield way in. You hit a ground ball, you get a blooper. But the off speed of May got Garcia to fly out.
So here comes Bubba Nichols. She'll be with the U.S. Olympic team this summer. Her bat could be a big one tonight. She is 0 for 6 since returning to the starting lineup after missing the second half of the season with a wrist injury. Looking towards their senior leadership. Couple of singles by Brady and Washington in the inning.
I'm Bubba on the sit and change. I'm looking for that off speed, trying to drive it.
There it is. She wasn't sitting.
She wasn't sitting though. Yeah.
Smitty would have crushed it. She was waiting for it. It has been predictable pitching with that off speed. A go-to for Nicole May early in this game.
One, two. Got her. Big out for Nicole May. They've been number 1 and number 2 since March 23rd. About a month into the season. First big out of the game goes to Nicole May and Oklahoma to end the threat in the top of the second. 4, 5, 6 here for the Sooners. And Jada Coleman, the top recruit in the country coming out of high school this year, was 1 for 3 earlier today. Scored twice in their 8-0 run rule win over Georgia. It was their 34th run rule win in 54 games this year. That's how dominant they have been.
What I like about Jada, she represents all of it. I mean, she's got the average, she's got the power. I love not just the speed, but the base running skills. You'll see her short game through the batter's box really mess with the defense. There she's using the ground, but she'll show bunt, come back, she'll run through, swing away. And then when she's on the bases, she took an extra base earlier today.
She scored
a
on a
run.
single from first base in that win earlier.
When Patty was holding her. And I'm not saying run through your coaches, but she read something that Patty didn't. That's how good she is, her IQ with the game only as a freshman.
Remember, you have to keep those feet in the batter's box upon contact. That's been called a little more frequently in the postseason with the 4 umpires as opposed to 3 in the regular year. Definitely out of the box there, but a base hit to left. A break for the Sooners. And a leadoff on board.
Here she is coming through the box, and she gets a pitch up in the zone that she just hits it exactly where it is pitched. She's not trying to drive that one in the ground. She meets it, and they were playing her shallow in left field. Her heel might have been on the line. It's hard to tell. It's so faded away.
No, she was way out.
Any part of the foot, any part of the foot is out of the box.
Oh, any part.
Any part.
Yeah.
And so that was way out of the box.
She's out of the box.
So a break for the Sooners. Grace Lyons, the shortstop, stepping in on the right side. 6 righties against Garcia. Rachel's been awfully good. Opponents batting 150 from the right side this year.
And that was a 1-2 pitch that she hit. So if you're throwing a rise ball to that part of the plate against a lefty who's slapping, who wants that, right, Jess? You want that because you're just going to poke it to left field. It has to have more movement. Rachel Garcia needs to spin that pitch tighter.
Lyons pops it up. Wiz has it. Fires to first. Coleman dives back in safe.
She was stealing. Had to get back quick. She was already 3/4 of the way to second base. Usually you're supposed to peek in. She didn't peek in. she got the memo late, but quick enough to get back.
20 of 24 stealing bases this year. And Mackenzie Donahue, the sophomore from Mustang, Oklahoma. Major improvement from a 145 hitter last year to 448 this season. She was 3 for 3 this afternoon with a long ball.
Pitch up in the zone and just gets under it, barrels it out. The excitement. She's had to fight her way into the lineup, obviously getting the start after that big home run, 2-run shot.
Second fewest home runs of the regulars in the lineup, but that obviously speaks to how strong they are from top to bottom. With 150 on the year.
She's only started less than half the games. Just shows you off the bench, if you will, the players that it's not just 1 through 9. They've got 10, 11, 12. And hit it out of the park.
2-0 pitch. Flip that out of the back of her hand. 3-0. Well, the Women's College World Series continues with the championship finals. Best 2 out of 3 starts Monday night on ESPN at 7 Eastern. World Series is now at 100 capacity. For more information, log on to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. Gorgeous night.
Wow, look at the sky. Oh, the storm passes through, the sunset, and now the fans are back. This place is packed. Where else would you want to be Saturday night?
If you were an Oklahoma State alum, Michelle Smith, that kind of looked like a little cowgirl orange. They're on deck tonight against Florida State.
America's brightest orange.
There you go. Dropping out of the bug for us. That's coming up next, our final elimination game. Remember, if you win tonight, you would have to win twice tomorrow. For these two guys, it would be JMU. Oklahoma State and Florida State would face Montana Fouts and Alabama. Runner was going. Out of play.
Coleman's getting her shuttle run in over at first.
She's already run the bases twice, just hustling back to first.
She's a little out of breath. You run full speed and then you put on the brakes and you got to run full speed back. She's done that twice now.
Trying to pick up her 21st stolen base, or better yet, something in the gap, and
how good has she
pick up
been?
a run.
How about the JMU loss? The only time all season she has not reached base. And called strike 3.
That is a big strikeout for Rachel Garcia. Started out 3-0 and works her way back for the strikeout. Rise ball just underneath the hands. Look at the location of this pitch, right on the corner. Garcia immediately has to get in position in case Coleman's running. Great locate.
Taylon Snow, the senior from Chino Hills. A couple of transfers in the Oklahoma lineup. Snow from Auburn, Janet Johns from South Carolina. SEC imports. Let's go down to the field in Holly Rowe.
Well, the Oklahoma Sooners are heavy favorites coming into this tournament, the #1 overall seed, but they were upset in that opening day. I asked Coach Patty Gasso how did they handle it yesterday, and she said we went to practice. They went back to Norman, they actually practiced, and then they came back here to Oklahoma City and went to a concert in a park. She said, I don't want them to think too much about it, to put too much pressure on themselves. They want that loss to be behind them and to just be loose and play good Oklahoma softball here tonight.
It has happened 7 times in the past that a team has won twice on Sunday to move on to the finals. Florida State did it to UCLA 3 years ago en route to their national championship. Oklahoma State lost in 2019 to Alabama in the first semi and then beat them in the second to move on. Up and in, 1-1.
Rachel Garcia really trying to get in on these Oklahoma hitters. We saw it with the strikeout to Donahue. Taylor Snow right now. The first strike in this, the second one, the rise ball in on the hands. That's how you beat this kind of power. You got to cut their hands off.
One, two.
Yeah, just underneath the hands, and I really think that off-speed pitch that she throws about 57 miles an hour.
See her, look how short the swing has got to be. If you don't have that extension, you don't have the long ball. Get in their kitchen.
And then down and into her, the swinging strikeout, back-to-back Ks. Alabama might play 2 games tomorrow, might play 3, might play 4 with the if necessaries. That has actually happened twice in our history, 1997 and 2003. Been a while. Champ Series gets underway, game 1 Monday night. Aaliyah Jordan back to the top of the order. Bruins threatened, back in the second. Left 2 in scoring position. And Nicole May struck out Bubba Nichols on a changeup. Aaliyah grounded out her first at-bat.
Boy, that's the most prominent pitch that May has thrown so far, is that off-speed at 57 miles an hour.
to the dugout as she takes a pitch.
The change was off speed, and that's been the pitch. First time through the order, you communicate. You're going back. Said, okay, guys, we're going to lay off that pitch. She did it there. She pointed the dugout. They were going nuts. Little things when you're trying to make your way back.
Jordan, a rope right back up the middle. Second inning in a row, they have the leadoff on.
You know, because Aaliyah Jordan is so quiet, she doesn't have a big stride, she's so strong, she can get a pitch up at her eyeballs and hit it back up the middle for a base hit. She had the best at bats. I know there was a perfect game against the Bruins, but she had the best at bats against Montana Fouts. Almost drove one out.
Yeah.
A great play by Alyssa Brown. Track it down.
She had the last at-bat as well, the deep fly ball that sent Alexis Mack to the warning track to record the final out. Up and in to Brie Perez. Did it get the bat or the hand? I think they're going to say the bat, and now Kelly I is out to argue.
She wants help. She wants to make sure they're asking second base a better view.
So really the question is, where is the ball? Is it in the, it looks like it's in the box. She tries to get out of the way.
Gets the bat and her hand.
Bat first.
It's not only is she coming back, but it's a strike.
So it's a foul ball, 0-1.
Ball now.
With the confidence of Patty Gasso to give the ball to the rookie here in an elimination game against the defending champs. You've seen the growth all year long for Nicole May. You know, Gasso talks all the time about what a blessing the loss to Georgia was mid-season. May actually took the loss in that one, and it just steeled the entire team after they had won their first 33 games. May's been different since. After going through that experience. Big win against Wichita State to seal the deal in the regionals, and then a win against Washington in the Supers.
Yeah, all really big starts, and May admitted, she's like, I've learned so much from G. Warris, from Shannon Sell, experienced pitchers on the staff. She said, I didn't want to look like a deer in headlights.
And you can speak to this, Michelle. There comes a point for a young pitcher when you decide, I want the ball. I'll be very supportive of my teammates, but when the game's on the line, I want the ball. And Nicole found that spot.
You have to want to be in this position, because if you don't, it's a very lonely circle.
If you're timid, you're toast. There's Juarez. I know Sooner fans were loving the fact that she was back in the circle today. Some uncertainty, really. We hadn't seen her pitch in a couple of weeks. She was money. Full count, high. Second inning in a row, the Bruins have a couple on board.
It's just the 20th walk of the season for Nicole May.
Rachel Garcia singled back up the middle in the first.
Yeah.
For 2 in that first inning with runners in scoring position. And now the conference will draw the attention of Jen Rocha, the pitching coach.
UCLA is laying off that. That was an off-speed rise ball. Sometimes Nicole May will throw that. She'll spin that pitch up in the zone. But it really started with Aaliyah Jordan when she sat and did not swing at that 0-2 changeup and then scorched the next pitch, a 1-2 pitch, hard back up the middle. So I think right now there's a good chance UCLA may have May picked.
Yeah. Whether it's from the coach's box, whether it's from the dugout, a lot of veteran eyes on both sides. And they are looking for any little thing to tip them off.
She pointed to the dugout after taking that changeup.
Yeah, right.
Not even flinching. Tip of the hat. Kirk Walker at third base, one of the best at doing that. And you'll see him over there just staring at the hand of the pitcher. He's not looking at the runners. He's looking right at the grip.
Number 1 to Rachel.
Watch where his eyes are. He's not looking at the hitter, not the runner. He is studying her grip.
Garcia opposite way, deep, back, and gone! 3-run home run! And the Bruins have the lead.
When you can eliminate off speed and sit fast, look at the location of this, 69 miles an hour. It's on the outer part of the plate, but this is what we've seen Garcia do. Her last at bat, a single up the middle on a pitch up in the zone. She meets it, crushes it. Bruins on the board by 3. She gets her candy coming around third.
Big bop for a UCLA team that did not have a hit last night in their loss to Alabama. And grabbed a 3-0 lead. Rachel did not have a hit in the series before tonight, and now 2 for 2.
Well, coming into tonight's game, they were hitting just 152 in the Women's College World Series. Only 1 home run, 20 strikeouts, most of those from Montana Fouts, but yeah, just not the typical Bruin offense. See if that jump starts it.
And let's see if May can go back to the changeup at all.
Yeah, because that was an elevated curveball.
Yeah, if they're going to steer clear of it.
Got toasted.
There's a hard hit ball. Finds the gap. Out into right center and racing around to second is Wiz. Extra bases. Third hit of the inning.
Nicole May's whole game is about mixing speeds. 3 different speeds. She hides it really well. But if you have picked it and you take that out of her toolbox, she's just going to be throwing curveballs on the outside corner, and the Bruins are letting that pitch travel and driving it oppo. Delaney Wiz going to right center, picking up a double.
And the pitching change here in the third. G. Juarez will come on for Nicole May. 3-0 Bruins. Third Women's College World Series. Her second here with the Sooners after starting her career at Arizona State. 3-5 in her career here in OKC. And she'll face Maya Brady right away. Maya singled up the middle in the second.
Lauren Chamberlain.
A little back and forth, I think, with the UCLA faithful. Things getting a little dicey, a little chippy here. The top 2 seeds in the tournament facing elimination. Having a good time at the ballpark.
It's been so cool to see the alumni show up for every team. I mean, we've seen the Florida States, Arizona, UCLA, all of them. It says a lot about the program, how much they still include those that have left.
1-2 to Brady. Came inside on her and got her. The strikeout for Juarez. 1 down. Let's check out the scout on G. Juarez.
And G. Juarez is one of the best of them when it comes to moving pitches through the zone. Her curveball, she'll throw it underneath your hands as a righty. She'll also go upstairs. That rise can just jump out of the zone. Hard to see and pick up, but the one pitch that really sets both the curve and the rise ball up is the off speed, the way she will dump that down in the ground. Bring that in about 57 miles an hour. And earlier today against Georgia, she had 23 swing and misses. So she is the type of pitcher that can make the ball disappear. She'll chase you out of the zone.
Washington fooled on that pitch, 1-1. Well, you can see the humidity too. The goggles are fogging up on her. Cooled off a little after the storm passed through and now heating up again.
Yeah, her right eye, though, it's got to be blurry with all that fog.
Washington drops down the bunt, whiz to third.
Boy, and this is a defensive move for Oklahoma to keep the corners back. So Talon Snow is going to stay deep. You can see, look where she's going to be at, which means that anything that is over here, G. Juarez has to go get. So the bunt goes down perfectly placed on the right side, and there's just no play. Juarez has to go get it because Snow is going back to the bag.
And understanding your pitcher, too, left-handed pitcher. I mean, no pitcher would have had a chance as a perfectly placed bunt.
Did she pick it up too soon? Was that drifting towards the chalk as Juarez continues to struggle with the goggles? Had she let this roll, would it have gone foul?
Oh, you knew you weren't going to get anyone, and if you just I think that's a great pickup. You know, you keep your eye on the lead runner.
And might as well once it's a hit.
Sunday Night Baseball is in the Bronx this weekend for the series finale between the Red Sox and Yankees. It's the first series of the year as they stand just 3 games apart in the AL East. Sunday Night Baseball, Sox and Yanks, 7 Eastern on ESPN and your ESPN app.
The Yankees are in 4th in the East. Would have predicted that coming into the season.
Did not see that one coming. Well, Juarez is battling the heat and some foggy goggles, trying to push through in a tight spot here. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Anna Vines trying a little first and third business. They chase Washington back to the bag.
A delayed steal. Washington just kind of jogging, trying to bait Oklahoma, see if something can happen to allow Wiz to score.
couple of hits drove in a run in their opening round win against Florida State. Pops it up, shallow center, coming out to make the grab, Jada Coleman, and they're saying no. And now the umpire is putting his hand up
because of the throw to second base, so they're saying a no catch, but the outfield, so Coleman then picks it up, throws it over to Jennings, so he was signifying the out at second base.
I felt like this was a catch. It's hard because it does pop out. What a just fantastic, by the way, all-out catch. Either way, Coleman spreads it out. It's in her glove. I think that's a catch.
That's a catch.
Because it's on her trying to transfer it to get it back in. I mean, you count in the glove 1, 2, 3, and then as she's rolling over.
Yeah, because she's trying to throw it. You're right, Jess.
Yep. I think that's a catch. It ends up working fine for their benefit because they get the out anyway at second base. But I just want to give an outfielder the credit of a fantastic catch in center field.
So it's the same scenario. It's a first and third situation, except it's going to be
just
Vines.
A different base runner.
Correct. Yeah, Vines on first. Washington retired.
Oh, and then you know what? For Vines too, it's a fielder's choice. It's not even a hit.
Yeah.
So with 2 down, Genevieve Perez is the pinch hitter here for Alyssa Garcia in the 8th spot. Second appearance as a pinch hitter here at the World Series. Behind the plate, Hansen overran it. Falls behind her. Perez stays alive.
That's a tough play for the catcher, but I don't think she identified it very quick. You could see she was trying to find it, and she goes back, and as you said, Beth, she overruns it a little bit, and that spin is always going to come back to the field. Really tough to read.
Four hits in the inning, and the strikeout for Juarez, and the emotion from G. It has been a pleasure covering him over the years. When you think of all the great teams that came here from the very first one, Debbie Day and Julie Jones, and Julie standing the 30th anniversary of that championship. The good old Chuck and Duck teams, opponents fired to home plate and then got out of the way. Those teams in the mid-90s that won 4 in 5 years. Jenny Finch's team in 2001, most recently back-to-back, 06 and 07.
I got the best of both worlds. Got to go to Stanford and then play for Mike Candrea for 10 years on the Olympic team. It's been an emotional week, I think, for everyone who's ever played for him, because it's hard to think of softball without him coaching.
We'd love to see him back, but if he chooses a different route, round of golf to dive into that database of knowledge he's got would be a fun afternoon. If we can get him away from Yankee Stadium, I think he
and the best
may
Italian
move in
restaurants
there
in the
temporarily.
neighborhood.
Enjoy his favorite baseball team. Here's Janet Johns as the Sooners find themselves down 3-0 after the Garcia home run. 8-9 and the top coming up. Talked about it at the top, the ability to bounce back, to be resilient after a tough loss. Hasn't had back-to-back losses, Smitty, in what is it, 3 years?
Yeah, 2017.
Rise ball got her. Third strikeout in a row, 1 down.
And this is where the lead is going to help her, because Oklahoma's going to have to get in that box and swing the bat. And this is where Rachel Garcia is money. She will chase you out of the zone. She'll freeze you with her off speed, but that rise ball, look at the late sharp movement, and that's what was missing a little bit last night. She's not throwing through her spin. She's got the speed, but she's got the command and movement of the pitch, which is going to be so important against this Oklahoma offense.
Nicole Mendez.
Ball.
Tip of the cap, by the way, to Holly Rowe and you, Jess, for helping with the alums and putting all of that together for Coach Candrea. Mendez is a freshman, was a member of the national championship team for the Sooners, 2017. We've got the last 3 champs here at the World Series. Oklahoma, Florida State, UCLA, all in action tonight, as well as Oklahoma State. Hall of Fame Stadium, sold out, nearly 13,000 strong. Elimination Saturday night. Senior from Houston, Nicole Mendez, playing in her 18th World Series game tonight. Hitter. Let's send it down to Holly Rowe.
Well, Nicole Mendez, you mentioned, is that last remaining link from that national championship team, and she has had to go through so much to stay on this Sooner squad. She's shown so much toughness. I wanted to remind you about her junior season, taking a ball to her face that fractured her cheekbone. She missed 4 months. Many people wouldn't come back from a surgery like that and a difficulty like that. But Nicole Mendez overcoming it, surgery to that cheek to repair the fracture, and here she is as a leader. And I can tell you, she is an important voice and example for this Sooner squad. There are a lot of young players on this team, and she is leading the way, showing them how it's done when you're a Sooner player.
In Norman, they call it the championship mindset. How they practice, how they prepare for big moments like tonight. After she came back from that injury, she had to fight for her job. You know, they're bringing in high school All-Americans year after year. She said, if you shrink from competition, you're in the wrong place. And it's those kind of competitive practices that have made this lineup so dangerous. The 3 runs they scored in the loss to James Madison on Thursday night, the fewest they have scored in a game.
Well, if you think about the type of pitching, Odyssey Alexander for JMU, really good rise ball with a nice off speed, and that's exactly where you're seeing Garcia try to attack this lineup. Rise ball up at the eyes and then dump down that off-speed drop low in the zone around 57 miles an hour.
0-2 to the leadoff, Tiari Jennings. There's 88 runs batted in. She's 2 shy of the all-time freshman record that's been around for 20 years. Jenny Topping,
Olympian.
Set that at the University of Washington.
And Garcia got her. 2 down. First at bat for Jocelyn Allo. First pitch, she hammered it into a double play. 85 career home runs, 31 of those this season, a new Oklahoma single-season record. Batting .500 this postseason. Checked it and got a piece.
When that happens as a pitcher, you're like, score! Picked up a strike with a partial swing. Especially off of Jocelyn Allo.
Gosh, these are the matchups, though. I mean, so evenly talented. So far, Garcia's winning 1-0. They're keeping score.
Jocelyn Allo on the run and off the glove of Bubba Nichols. A run will score. Allo cruises into third. And Bubba Nichols may have injured her arm on the play.
The body position that Jocelyn Allo gets herself in, open front side, gets that back leg through this pitch. This is her power zone, and crushes this ball into right center. Bubba Nichols does a great job of getting a jump, just misses it off of her glove. Right off the end. Making sure her broken wrist out in center is okay as Allo. As fired up as we've ever seen her.
She just evened the score with Garcia, and the run-scoring triple, her first of the year. And hopefully for Bubba, looks like maybe just scraped up her right arm on the slide on the warning track. She's going to stay out there. The thumbs up from Bubba. That's a great sign, don't forget, because she's coming back from a wrist injury, and she is a couple of months away from the Olympics with Team USA. And Kinsey Hansen now is the tying run coming to the plate. Hit a 2-run home run this afternoon. Strike out in the corner.
Check out the location of this pitch that Jocelyn Allo hit. This is a drop ball in the outside corner, 0-1. I'm surprised they threw it there. I would have rather seen them run a curveball off the plate. Look at that. That is too sweet, 0-1, and that's in her cookie jar. She does such a good job of going down and elevating pitches low in the zone.
Well, you're taking a chance, right, when you let her get the arms extended. Not only the first triple of the season, gang, first of her career. Let's watch her run. Well, she's thinking about it right now. I'm going to make it. Got it. Emotion. Oh, 2 pitch. Started with the free pass, the hit batter, as Nicole Mendez raced around to score ahead of Allo. You guys talk about this all the time, especially in a high-pressure situation like this. Not to let a lead sit and to strike back immediately. Even if it's just the one in, they're still hunting more. but to try and grab a little momentum back on your side.
That's why you saw so much emotion come out of the mouth and the body language of Alo when she got to third. Getting on the board after the other team scores.
Ball.
2-2.
Well, I think that's another reason you have to be careful on that outside corner to the righties. If you're not getting that call, you have a tendency as a pitcher to try to make it a little bit better, to bring it back in the zone to get the call, and then it becomes a little bit too close and it can get hammered. If you're not getting it, go there for the ball, go somewhere else for the strike.
Off the glove of Garcia, Alo will score, and Hansen is safe at first. And it's a 3-2 game.
How about the battle by Kinsey Hansen to get herself in a position to be able to hit this pitch? It's elevated, and she just gets enough of it off of the glove of Garcia. And that's going to put a run up on the board. Jocelyn Alo with 2 outs, easily going to score. But kudos to Hansen for not being fooled by that pitch on the outside corner. Driving it back up the middle.
Tying run aboard, it's Jada Coleman.
That's where you got to live against the Sooners. You got to get inside. Kinsey Hansen just really getting the end of the bat. That's how she got the hit. When Rachel Garcia is getting in on these hands, that is when she's finding the outs.
6 of their 9 runs in the World Series now with 2 outs. All 6 coming in their 2 games today.
Ball.
As you saw Holly Acevedo head out to the UCLA bullpen. Remember, no Megan Faremo available. Their ace number 2. One to Coleman. 1-2.
Seeing Coleman's idea of the strike zone, she keeps jumping at that inside pitch, and when it's called a strike, she pauses thinking it's not, and it is, and that's why they need to keep staying in there. It's a pitch that Coleman is not expecting. She thinks it's further off the plate. And remember, her hit came on her foot out of the box over towards the plate. So she gets out of the box to try to poke something to left field. That's her game.
Out to left, and that will drop in for a base hit. 3rd hit in a row for the Sooners. Shay Knighton loving it in the crowd tonight.
This pitch, a rise ball up in the zone. Coleman mishits it, and it just drops in. The outfielder's deep. Shay Knighton and the alums.
2 for 2 for Coleman.
Emotion on this Sooners team. We saw it from Alo. Now Coleman.
That'll bring up Grace Lyons. Tying run moves into scoring position.
Hurt.
0-1. Their 3-year starter at short in Peoria, Arizona. Got a piece of the rise. One of those 6 hitters that Smitty referred to earlier in the night that has a 400 or better batting average. 6 of the 9.
And there it is again. That corner is not being called. It is when it's going down. It's not when it's going out. So the curveball. So it's a good waste pitch at 0-2. Takes it to 1-2. Now come back underneath the hands.
30 pitch inning for Garcia.
This is a rise ball that Garcia's just falling off. She's not balanced. She's falling off to the side. You can see, look at the way her body just goes off to that right-hand side, rides that ball in.
The partisans here in Oklahoma City making some noise as the Bruins converse.
You'd never be able to tell that it's Oklahoma that's still losing this game. But the energy, the momentum has shifted.
It started at the bottom of the order, and now Mackenzie Donahue is the 8th batter to the plate, having herself a day. 3 for 3, the most hits that she's ever had. That came this afternoon against Georgia. That included a home run. Bruins scored 3 in the top half of the inning. The Rachel Garcia 3-run home run. Oklahoma right back at you. RBI triple for Allo and RBI single for Hansen. Oh, 0-2. Just missed the corner.
I don't know if it did. That's a strike.
Wow. Yeah, that's a strike. But if you're not getting that from the umpire, that's when you have to continue to pick other locations, and you go there. She went there for the waste. She didn't get the call.
A couple of shakes, and now she wants to talk about it.
A few times we've seen her do this tournament, shake it off. She's gone to that rise ball.
Hansen, Pullman, Lyons on the bags. Got her to chase the rise. For a couple of teams that did not see this coming, and having to fight their way out of the losers bracket as the top 2 seeds in the tournament. Most thought they'd meet for the championship. And then JMU and Alabama decided otherwise, and the Dukes and the Tide await in the semifinals for our winners tonight. If it's Oklahoma, a rematch with JMU. If it's UCLA, it's the defending champs and the Cinderella story.
Just good all around.
Slow roller will find its way to Jennings. Bubba Nichols is retired, and here comes the top of the order. And the first time tonight they will see Juarez, who came on in relief in the third after Garcia's home run. This is where we talk about all the time, where legends are made, and the status emerging for Odyssey Alexander and Montana Fouts. The amazing nights they had last night. Jordan. Great grab.
Yes! Oh!
Backhanded that baby.
She's got to be like 10 years old. That was awesome. Look at her. Got some Jocelyn Allo in her.
Yeah.
While holding a foam finger in her other hand.
And over the wall. Watch her. She gets over the wall. Yes.
And that's why you bring your glove to the ball game. Had to wait the extra year because of the pandemic. No World Series last year. The expanded Hall of Fame Stadium. So great to be back, and the fireworks have not disappointed. We were wondering about the Bruin bats, and they have arrived finally from their perspective. Already matched their extra base output from the first 2 games.
20 strikeouts in those first 2 games. They've done a good job of obviously putting the ball in play, reducing the strikeouts.
Remember that production, though, was against Nicole May this game. Now there's a different pitcher, and G. Juarez. New adjustments to be made.
Looked like they may have picked the changeup, the off-speed from Nicole May. And when she couldn't throw it, the Bruins got after her in the third, led by Garcia's 3-run home run, and then the pitching change to Juarez. When you've been here 30 times in 39 years, you're picking up a lot of things. And a strikeout for G.
Well, and G. Juarez just matches up better against the UCLA team where 6 of the 9 hitters are left-handed. So as a left-handed pitcher, you can really run this pitch through the strike zone, and that's a curveball in the outside corner. Look at the run on this pitch. So it's going to start mid-plate and just disappear and run away from you, and that's what G. Juarez does. Some pitchers will freeze you. G. Juarez will chase you, and she'll chase you out of that zone.
Her third strikeout, 2 down.
Remember Kirk Walker, third base coach, who is known for picking pitches from that third base coaching box. G. Juarez is left-handed. So he's looking out of the hand, and now that it's from the left side, it's almost impossible for him to pick.
Perez drops it down. Juarez spins, not in time. 2-out base runner for UCLA. Second time that Bree has been on base tonight.
Oklahoma running this defense a little differently, crashing in the corners, but it's Juarez who's going to have to take it. And being a lefty, you mentioned it earlier, Jess, you have to spin on this. It buys a little bit more time for the runner to get down, and Bree Perez gets the safe call.
So here's Garcia. A single and a 3-run home run tonight.
Like the old school unis. Salvatore over there breaking them out. She didn't even play when they were wearing those. Those are like 90s, early 90s.
They did used to wear shorts playing softball back in the 80s. There's the home run shot from Rachel. Taking it the other way.
Such a simple, strong swing. The 2-time Player of the Year in the circle in the batter's box. She likes to stand really far off the plate, and especially against G. Juarez. One of the best things she does against righties is gets into the kitchen of right-handed batters. So Garcia off the plate because her strength is middle away.
Skies this. Jana Johns calls for it. Takes care of it. Seven, 8, 9. Taylor Snow, Jana Johns, Nicole Mendez. Snow struck out swinging at a curveball back in the second. To center.
Anna Vines makes this play 9 out of 10 times. It's hit hard, but she just doesn't get her glove down. She runs over to get into position. You see her glove just a little bit high. She comes across her body to scoop that. She makes that play.
Third time in 4 innings, they have the lead off on base. Here's John, struck out on a rise ball in the third. Oh, they scored that in E4. Take away the base hit from Snow, but obviously not the base runner. It was the bottom of the order that got something going in the third. Let's try and do it again. We've talked all year long about whether this might be the best offense of all time, setting new records for runs per game, batting average, threatening the all-time home run record. Johns. Wiz will go to second to get the lead runner.
And that is clutch. That's exactly what Rachel Garcia in the circle needs. UCLA aggressive. Look at the way Wiz is going to get it immediately and up. And the key is everybody's at the base on time. So Brie Perez making sure that she's at the bag to make the catch. Really nice throw by Delaney Wiz.
Looks like it went off her foot.
And yeah, Patty Gasso out immediately to have the umpires get together. That is off the toe.
That's a dead ball. Don't have replay.
But based on the argument here, I think they did decide to change the call. And Jana has gone back to get her bat. And Snow has gone back to first base.
Kelly's fired up.
I think if you were reading her lips there, why didn't the other umpires call that immediately and call it automatically?
Yeah. Kelly will not let him walk away.
Kelly will lose that argument, and John's back to the plate. Nobody out and an 0-2 count with Snow back at first.
Hey.
How about Rachel Garcia? I mean, you want to make a case, you want to make an argument after all of that? She comes back 0-2, unfazed. Wow. You bring back the runner, you bring back the out. I'll just give you strike 3 on the corner, sit you down.
And she gets the curveball on the outside corner that she wasn't getting.
Johns did not realize that the count was 0-2. So after all that, they record the out anyways, 1 down. Fifth for Garcia. And here's Mendez. Whiz. They'll go for the lead again, and they throw it out into right field. Brady fires it to third, and it's bobbled and squirts free, and everybody's safe. Snow into third, Mendez to second, and she hurt her hand on the slide. Appeared to hurt her fingers on the slide. That's how it started.
Maya Brady has it thrown out. Unable to hold on. See the dive.
No one immediately reacted, got her finger caught on the base. She is also the first baseman tonight in the lineup. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, they have just called the doctor out of the stands for Oklahoma softball. I could overhear Patty Gasso telling him that she's dislocated her finger. They're going to take her back into the dugout and try to treat her right now, guys. But it was ugly. Patty saw her slide in right away and immediately called for time, knew that it was bad, and they are going to try to help her recover right now.
Looked like her finger definitely in a funky position.
So the situation is, you know, softball substitutions, you can get lifted from the game once for a pinch runner. So if it is a situation they can remedy, then she could return to the lineup. And is she going to return to the game? Wow. Looks like they taped it up over the glove, and she's back on the base at third.
Well, they probably reduced it back into place, tape it up, and tough kid.
Jalen Snow will stay in the game. She is the tying run at third. Mendez the go-ahead run at second, and it's the top of the order and the National Freshman of the Year, Tiare Jennings. A walk and a strikeout. If she gets these 2 runners home, she ties the all-time single-season freshman RBI record with 89 and 90 on the year. Tiare Jennings, way back. The wall. She'll head for second. The throw to the plate, and both runs are in as Jennings advances to third, and Oklahoma takes the lead.
She's a freshman. Everything she's done this year, this pitch, a rise ball up at her shoulder. She's able to meet, drive, misses a home run by a foot, gets a triple, scores 2, and ties the all-time freshman record, 90 RBIs.
Got over the head of Brady to the wall. Second triple of the game, and remember, both reached on errors. And now Oklahoma has erased the 3-run deficit and is on top for the first time.
And how about the location of the pitch? That was an 0-1 rise ball out of the zone, and for her to barrel that up.
High 2.
Wow, that kid is showing some toughness. And here we go again with the Player of the Year matchup. Garcia and Alo, look out. Off the facade of the upper deck at Hall of Fame Stadium.
First time you've ever called that?
First time ever. With the new seats here at Hall of Fame Stadium. Sooners are feeling it right now. Another run out there for Alo. Some players would stand in there and take the hit by pitch. Jocelyn Alo
and your Player of the Year
to hit a pitch. Haula, Hawaii, on the island of Oahu. Playing the game with her dad, Levi. Spent so much time on the mainland to play travel ball so she'd get noticed by college coaches. Living out her dream at Oklahoma.
The height of the pitch and then get up. Delaney Wiz to catch this one. Good job by Jennings to stay back. There's nothing Alo cannot hit, though.
How did she do that? It was literally above her helmet.
It hit a line drive. It didn't go up in the air. She met it.
4 runs in the last 2 innings, both triggered by the bottom of the order and brought home by the top. Hansen drove in a run with a single in the 3rd.
On 3 of the 4 runs that have scored, 2 on errors getting on base and a hit batter. So 3 passes.
It's been the Achilles heel for UCLA this postseason. The games they have lost, they've had multiple error games.
10 errors in the postseason coming in tonight, so that's 12 in this postseason.
More errors than runs in their 7 losses on the year. Speed tried to drop it in the top. 3-0.
A note from Cruz there in the dugout. Lisa Fernandez's youngest son. Superpowers.
They could use a little of that right here, trying to limit this to a 2-run inning. With Jennings at 3rd. A 2-run triple for Tiare. 90 RBI on the season to tie the freshman record. that has been around for 20 years. Runners at first and third for Jada Coleman, who is 2 for 2 on the night. Couple of singles to left.
Hey.
Caught the corner. 0-1.
Garcia throwing that first pitch off speed quite a bit, trying to take the power away. Still work that inside corner for that effective velocity between those two pitches. Right there, but not getting the call again.
That side of the plate all night long, whether it's lefties or righties. That glove side for Garcia.
Coleman out to center. Nichols chases and gets there. And then Oklahoma right back with 2 in the third and 2 in the fourth. 4, 5, and 6 to face G. Juarez. One of the things that Kelly Perez talked to us about this week, trying to bounce back from a tough loss last night. They've had some issues through the season, and I love our senior leadership. We talk about it. It's not a failure. It's just a door to another opportunity. In a situation where you can get better and make amends, and an opportunity for Wiz to try and get something going here in the top of the fifth.
Juarez just continues to spin that off-speed curveball. It's just nasty.
We have an ump cam behind home plate, and if you can see a look of that pitch, what it looks like from a hitter, because it spins like it's coming fast. It's like pulling a string.
Rise got away from her. Good grab by Hansen behind the dish.
And remember, this is a UCLA team that has been confident against G. Juarez because they saw her when she was at Arizona State before she transferred over to Oklahoma, and they have talked about, well, we've seen her, we know her, we've been successful against her. But Juarez is just snapping off that off-speed.
She has had to reinvent herself, the word that Patty Gasso used after a bicep injury that pretty much kept her out of action for a couple of years. And how difficult that can be, is a process of learning for G. Juarez to not chase what was, but figure out what is.
Patty Gasso said that it wasn't until January this year she started throwing to batters again. Almost 2 years off.
A lot more crafty. Delaney Wiz, fly ball to Mendez. 1 down. Let's send it down to Holly.
Guys, you use that word reinvent, and I think it's important with Giselle Juarez because she transferred in from Arizona State. And Patty Gasso said, she comes in and we do everything different. Our bullpens are a little different. Our style is a little different. She gets a new pitching coach in Jen Rocha, who comes in from Florida. And you've got to credit her with her growth mindset. Not only does she overcome an injury and throwing a little bit different, but everything's different with this program. And here she is back at the World Series like she was with Arizona State.
Third year that she's been here in Oklahoma City. Came with the Sun Devils. It was 2 in barbecue, and then she made the move to Norman. 2019, a part of their team that lost to UCLA in the championship series. As Maya Brady steps in. Single in the second, and then she was the first batter to face G, who struck her out on a curveball. Brady slices that to left. Her second hit of the night.
Mackenzie Donahue in left field. This ball is hit so hard. She's a third baseman out there. I mean, she's smiling like, are you kidding? Watch how this ball is smoked. She gets down and she's like a football player just trying to tackle the ball. You keep it in front.
So hot off the bat from Brady. Tying run aboard for Kinsley Washington, a single twice. She's been their best bat throughout the NCAA tournament. Everybody does things a little differently in their approach. Kelly I, great comparison, you know, when she talks about Kinsley and Bree Perez. Kinsley is the patient one, cerebral, a lot of mental gymnastics, high softball IQ, whereas Perez is more of the hunter, visceral at the plate. Go and attack it. They've both found a home for a long time now in this Bruin lineup.
Well done.
Nine games in her career, .423 average with 3 home runs. And of course, the walk-off in the second game of the championship series 2 years ago.
Oh. Oh, look at Giselle Warren stare down Kinsley Washington, who had started to head down first base, and she glares at her. That's a ball.
G looked a little steamed on that one. That's ball 4. And that will push the tying run over to second, and the go-ahead now at first.
So
some goggle problems again.
So steamed, she fogged up the goggles. Fire coming from those eyes.
I was hoping you guys were going to get there eventually with the
I jumped it. I jumped you. I couldn't wait.
Couple on with 1 out. It's Anna Vines. A sacrifice and a fielder's choice. It was off of her bat that Riz got hung up off the base at third that we showed you a moment ago.
Moore is now having a little bit of trouble finding the zone. This is that stretch of the lefties in the row for UCLA. Midway through them.
Jen Rocha, I think, coming out. Probably saw a little bit of the emotion after the walk. Calming down her pitcher. Smitty, you've said this so many times. You get fired up when you start over pitching.
Yeah, and then your timing's off. Your foot lands at a different time. Your arm speed is different. Start throwing through your spin.
I love that Patty's getting the defense. Rocha's got her battery, and this is so huge. We've seen so many errors happen with high pressure situations when you get runners in scoring position. So Patty reminding you got the short game of Vines where your outs are, to be talking to each other, communicating. Where's your speed? Maya Brady and Kinsley both have it, first and second.
Back to the bases. Brady at second, Washington at first with one out. And a one-run game. Elimination Saturday night. Winner to the semis, loser heads home.
Ball.
Just the 6th time in history that the top 2 seeds have actually played head-to-head. The earliest that they have met since 2008. Most of the time it's been in the semis or the finals. Three and 0. Nicole May started the game. She could return, but the other option is Shannon Sale. Shannon suffered her one and only loss of the season on Thursday. 17-1 on the year, and I believe that's number 4. That's Shannon, senior from Land O'Lakes, Florida. Full count.
This is bad body language. Anna Vines looking for the walk now twice. 3-0 count, running down the first baseline. Both those pitches are strikes. You see this one, she's squaring around, looking out of the box also. She takes a strike. It's almost down the middle.
Yeah.
How about G. Juarez getting behind 3-0 and comes back and picks up the big strikeout. Curveball. All 3 strike pitches, curveballs on the outside corner. You could tell that Anna Vines was not picking up that pitch. Patty Gasso's loving it.
4th of the night on in relief for Juarez. Trying to protect the 1-run lead. It's Alyssa Garcia. 0 for 1. She was lifted for a pinch hitter with runners in scoring position in the 3rd. One for 10 so far in the NCAA tournament.
That was the off-speed pitch. Giselle Juarez will throw, very deceptive. I think she comes back with the rise or the curve. Up and away. I think you're going to see something up in the zone.
Oh, 2 from G.
Oh, she came back down.
It's supposed to be a backdoor curveball. You see that she's being challenged. Garcia is right up on that plate, challenging her to throw that backdoor without hitting her.
Bounced up and did hit her. And the bases are loaded.
And you could see that Garcia just was sneaking up on that plate, saying, all right, I'm going to move up here, and if that ball doesn't break, you're going to hit me. And this one comes down on the ground, obviously kicks it off the dirt, and it gets Garcia.
Doesn't try to get out of the way.
No.
As long as you're in the batter's box, you can.
So here we go with Bubba Nichols, bases loaded, looking for her first hit of the postseason.
Remember how aggressive UCLA was early in this game against Nicole May. All swings coming in the first 2 pitches of every at-bat. Now they've been taking every first pitch in this inning.
She tried for a diving grab out on the warning track near the wall earlier in the game, and it looks like they have added tape to that injured left wrist as she steps into the batter's box. Got word from Holly Rowe down on the field. Chases the rise. Nichols pops it up. Tiare Jennings under it. And the Bruins leave them loaded. Champ game winners. Garcia was hoping for a second this week. Grace Lyons here, 5, 6, and 7. After we waited out about a 2-hour and 17-minute rain delay before first pitch tonight. This is the first game of our doubleheader. Still to come, Florida State, Oklahoma State.
So many fans here that it's like standing room only underneath the concourse. It's just so, it's so cool to say underneath the concourse. This is the first year we've ever had a concourse, but I mean, it's populated every single nook and cranny you can see.
Lyons out to Brady. 1 down.
Oh, standing underneath there just to get a view.
The USA Softball Hall of Fame Stadium Complex here in Oklahoma City, as you would imagine, the Sooners and the Pokes.
So many softball players in the stands too.
It's so great.
Ball game.
How cool is that? We didn't get to do that, but you play a full day of tournament, because there's tournaments happen all around Oklahoma City and on purpose, and then at night you get to go and watch the best. Talk about learning.
Yeah, sitting in the stands, dreaming someday of being on that field. Pitching in that circle.
Mackenzie Donahue! Gone! The youngster from Mustang, Oklahoma. Her second home run of the day. And the hometown favorites got him fired up.
How about Mackenzie Donahue? The elevation in her batting average from a year ago to now. 2 strikeouts in her first 2 at-bats on a rise ball. And this one, a rise ball she takes out of the yard, Jess.
Oh, I love it. The emotion of the day alone from Donahue. The second of the day. She got the Sooners on the board this morning. Exclamation point. Puts another run.
Well, Patty Gasso seems to find them. They come from Texas. They come from California, the hotbeds. But year in and year out, she finds a gem from the area, from the home state, who have dreamed about wearing the jersey their whole lives, like you were talking about. Probably Sooner campers when they were little.
Gotta get the ball.
That's how
Gotta
important
get the
that
ball
is, baby.
But don't drop your whatever. Is that corn? How do you get back out?
Oh boy.
Get away from security. Oh, he's getting back out. He's trying. We need to follow up. Where is he?
Yeah, exactly. He might still be stuck out there.
There he is.
Is that him?
Still running.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he caught him. Does he have the ball still?
Well, Talon Snow is back at the plate. And Garcia strikes her out. 7th for Rachel, 2 down. She has struck out Jana Johns twice, and that's probably why Patty Gasso will go to the bench here. Looks like Riley Boone will be the pinch hitter. Donahue's solo home run, and that bumps the number up to 151, 7 shy of the record. Her home run earlier today was her first in 2 months in their win over Georgia, and now she adds another one off of Rachel Garcia tonight. Well, after falling behind 3-0, they've scored in the last 3 innings. This is Riley's first at-bat of the World Series, her 4th of the postseason. Right back to Garcia, and Vines tripped on the way to first. No cover.
Well, this is all about speed. This is all about speed, and you can see that Vines is going to go down. Look at where she's at here, and she's going to try to make it over to first. And she's a little bit late because she breaks in, and then a little bit of a stumble, and that's all it takes.
Couple of runs in off of errors in the 4th, and now that miscue there has a base runner on with 2 outs for Nicole Mendez, who has reached twice and scored twice in the number 9 spot in the lineup. Runner goes on the stolen base for Boone. If you're just joining us, we did see Holly Acevedo out in the bullpen earlier, and we will note once again that there's no Megan Faramo available, and they will call Boone out for leaving the base early. So we're not too far from Stillwater with the Cowgirls on deck against Florida State. Last elimination game of the day. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Beth Moans, you're usually so on top of everything, but I'm very disappointed that Twitter got to it first. They're calling her Donahue because that was the 2nd home run of the day, and they were both gone. I'm very disappointed you didn't get there first.
Holly, of course, we never look at our phones during the game. You know that. But I like it nonetheless. Donahue.
I don't know. Courtney Lyle had a Donahue. She threw to us. Everyone's going to take it Nick at the nickname.
Donahue. Jallo. We were trying to get Jallo going for Jocelyn Allo. She seems like a one-name, cool cat kind of customer. Here's Aaliyah Jordan. Top of the order for the Bruins. They need a couple, or their season will come to a close. The dill pickle jar on the head.
That can't
rally
feel good.
cap.
You can't move. And it's with the wrap, not even tape. That's not very secure. We're going to have vinegar on their forehead here in a second.
She didn't get that from the fan. Was that what he was carrying out there, going for the softball after the Donahue home run?
Yellow pre-wrap.
Did he drop it by the dugout? It was a mysterious yellow substance.
I will be impressed if that's still there in the game. The check back.
Whatever it takes.
Just hold it there.
1-2 from G. Leah singled and scored on the Garcia home run in the third. They had the bases loaded again in the fifth. They have left 9 on base tonight in a must-win situation. Left side, calling for it is Lyons. Oh, swirled a bit on her. One down. Bree Perez. As I try and shake off the idea that I may have disappointed Holly Rowe, that is a tough one to walk around with. Another great day at the Women's College World Series. Two down. If you haven't seen them yet, you'll definitely want to be here tomorrow. James Madison. First time that an unseeded team has advanced to the national semifinals. They take on the winner of this one. They only need to win once. Tonight's winner would have to win a doubleheader. Odyssey Alexander, Sarah Jubis, Kate Gordon. Lindsay Meeks, who has become an internet sensation. Her ability to pose, flex. And then, of course, Alabama also into the semis. Montana Fouts off of the perfect game. Home run power from Bailey Hemphill. Kaylee Tao here at the World Series.
That one was at Leo Branamico over there on radio. She tried to maybe make a grab.
If it's anywhere near her, she's going to catch it. One of the
Good point.
all-time great outfielders in softball history. National champion at Arizona, working the radio this week. And of course, I'm obliged to say it at least once every Women's College World Series. Probably the best hitter on this field. Coming here 4 years. Simply performances at the World Series.
She hit like 600?
Something crazy. 750, I believe, one year. Cats and the Georgia Bulldogs eliminated today. 2 more teams eliminated tonight. Championship series starts Monday. We are in the top of the 6th. Might this be the last career at-bat for one of the all-time greats? The 6th-year senior. Garcia lines that one right at Donahue. Washington at first. That's a fair ball. And Mendez to second.
even when they hit it at you, they scorch it so hard. They produce, obviously, base hits, but also errors, too, so it just gets on you so fast. Right off the glove of Washington, no hesitation, right to second base for Mendez. Look at the way she's going to just barrel this up. Wow.
That's what Mendez was telling us this week when, you know, we asked her to compare her freshman year, the national championship team, with the likes of Romero and Knighton, and this year's team. Said a lot of similarities, but the big difference is just the power. And a hit like that gets on you so fast and puts so much pressure on the defense.
They're also incredibly aggressive. They just do not slow down. They'll take that extra base. They're looking to take that extra base with no hesitation. Sometimes they don't even look for the coach to tell them.
Tiari Jennings.
Yeah, to your point, Jess, they're very instinctual with their running, especially with the play in front of them. And they're fast overall, even though they hit for power and for average, they're very fast.
Well, a little subplot for you here, too. If Jennings drives in a run, she has the new freshman single-season RBI record. 91 she's looking for. Tied it with a couple of runs driven in with a triple in the 4th inning. And one of the great freshman seasons of all time at the plate.
His record she's about to break, possibly. Jenny Topping out of Washington, Olympic gold medalist.
The single season record is a little harder to come by in home runs when you're at the same school as Lauren Chamberlain and Jocelyn Allo. Hit 30 their freshman years.
Jenny Topping, a catcher for UW, as you were just talking, transferred to Cal State Fullerton and played for Michelle Gramacki, one of the great catchers.
And she draws the walk, 2 on. Nobody out, and here comes Allo. RBI triple in the 3rd.
Remember, she scorched a ball down the 3rd baseline for her last out. Delaney Wiz, third baseman for UCLA, jumped up, grabbed it, robbed her of a hit. She's hit the ball hard every at-bat.
Lunged a bit at that one. 0-1.
So it's that off-speed pitch that Rachel has used quite often on the first pitch of counts. I'm surprised she hasn't used it back-to-back, though, or either 2 or 3 times in a row.
Toss that to center. Nichols. Runner will tag from second. Mendez to third. 1 out. Jennings had to stay on the bag at first, so here's Kinsey Hansen. Ground out, RBI single and a walk tonight. Scored 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 more in the 5th, and threatening again in the 6th.
10.
Jennings will go ahead and take second here on the first and third situation, so pair in position. RBI night for Kinsey.
Mackenzie Hansen not fooled by this off-speed pitch. It's 57 miles an hour, but she's not ahead of it. She waits. The barrel lags behind her, which gives her that explosiveness into the gap.
And the applause on the departure of Rachel Garcia. Had the 3-0 lead, but Oklahoma's offense, well, doing what they've been doing all year long. 7-3 lead. It's Jada Coleman.
Hey.
Holly Acevedo is in to pitch. Junior from San Jose, California. Six innings of work in her career in 3 different World Series. Pitched an inning and a third against Alabama last night. Came on late. During the commercial break, this was the scene.
One of the greatest to wear that uniform. Having a moment, knowing how hard she was wiping away tears, trying to smile. Still has the emotion.
Well.
Beyond just getting a new pitcher in this game, I mean, Kelly wanted to give her the moment, give her the chance in front of fans, say goodbye. To have this, I mean, she'd be out there in the circle battling, and she can enjoy what could be the last few moments of her college career.
Hey.
And a strikeout of Coleman. Well, when you can combine the personal accolades with the team's success, you're in rarefied air and amongst pretty special company. Winners of the National Player of the Year award that then won the World Series. Danielle Laurie, Kaylani Ricketts, Lauren Hager, and Rachel Garcia. And as a winner of that award multiple times, Danielle Laurie, Kaylani Ricketts, and Kat Osterman.
It's hard to do. Jocelyn Allo, the Player of the Year this year. To be the best player on the best team.
Two down for Grace Lyons. Been a long inning, half inning here to wait for G. Juarez, who will face 4, 5, and 6 in the UCLA lineup to try and close it out in the top of the 7th.
If you look at who's been clutch in a Bruin uniform, you mentioned 4, 5, and 6. 5 and 6 are Maya Brady and Kinsley Washington. Kinsley, one of the best postseason hitter on this lineup. Maya Brady, even just a freshman. 5 of the 9 hits the Bruins have had are coming up this next half inning.
Lions, that will sneak through, and another run is in. RBI single for Grace, scores Hansen.
Team can just make adjustments. Such a good eye, ability to react. No matter what is thrown through the plate, Lions is going to just punch that right back up the middle. Easily going to score. Kinsey Hansen from second base.
They love to dive.
They do. Just, I want a little more dirt on my uni. They're not booing, they're hooing.
Donahue.
Hey.
There's a home run in the 5th inning for McKenzie.
Rise ball just takes it out of the yard. Struck out on that pitch. Her previous 2 at-bats before she blasted out for her 8th home run of the year. Stomps on the plate. 2nd home run of the day.
They've got some fire and emotion. Saw it there with Donahue stomping the plate and yelling.
Hey.
Jocelyn Allo when she had her first triple of her career. Tiari Jennings. They don't hold back.
Five different Sooners have driven in a run tonight. 6 Sooners have scored. And all 9 in the lineup have reached.
5 of their 10 hits are for extra base hits. On the season average, 42% of the time, extra base hits. How about here in the postseason? 49% of the time, extra base hits. Even more power than the power they've had all year.
Florida State, and it's been a long day waiting for their game with Oklahoma State. A day that included a 2-hour rain delay earlier tonight. What you got for us, Holly?
Well, you're talking about that fight and that feistiness that you're seeing from Oklahoma, and it's kind of been their theme and mantra all year long. Patty Gasso had the team watch a certain movie before the season started, and it pains me to say this, but nobody on this team had ever heard of the movie Gladiator. A famous movie, but they're all so young they hadn't watched it. So they watched it as a team in a big theater room on campus, and they have adopted the Gladiator mantra. You see them out here, there's a lot of little hand signals they do. They pick up the dirt and sprinkle it. Gladiators in the arena with everyone against them, and that's their attitude this season.
Great stuff, great movie. Safe. That second is Lions. It's that combination of speed and power and all those extra base hits and home runs you talked about. That's why Patty Gasso had a great line when we talked to her at the Supers last week. What it's like from her vantage point and from the dugout. She said, you feel this wave of momentum and it gets hot real fast. And how about Mackenzie Donahue? Gone again! Are you not entertained?
What I love is it's the same location as her last one, a rise ball, up at the letters. Her height, she's 5'5", but she brings the power. She's 5 for 7 today, 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. And by the way, she's only started less than half the games for the Sooners this season.
6 home runs through the first 53 games, and now 3 home runs in the last 12 hours. What a day. Lindsey Elam is the pinch hitter. They are 1 run away from a run rule win. Here in the bottom of the 6th, and a 7-run advantage. Run rule Georgia 8-0 this afternoon. They may not need those 3 outs in the 7th. Donahue struck out twice her first 2 trips up, and now has homered in back-to-back plate appearances. Name, image, and likeness could be a bit of a big deal in Mustang, Oklahoma in the not-too-distant future. 1-2 pitch. Struck her out. Holding down the fort tonight through 4 innings of work. 3 outs away from moving on to the semis and eliminating the defending national champions. This is the part of the lineup, though, that has most of their hits tonight. Scored all 3 runs on the Rachel Garcia 3-run shot off of Nicole May. Tiare Jennings, couple steps back, 1 down.
One of the things I'm most impressed about with G. Juarez tonight, coming in, pressure situation, shuts down the threat after the 3-run home run. It was a 1st and 3rd situation, but able to get out of it. But limiting her free passes, and has just been in control. A walk, a hit batter. Other than that, she's been really efficient.
She's had multiple times, Smitty, where she's gone down 3-0, come back to strike out the batter. And that's composure. That's when you start to feel the pressure, you start to try to overthrow to get that strike.
And that's after throwing 81 pitches this morning, getting the win against Georgia. Throwing 5 in the 3rd.
Here's Maya Brady, couple of singles on the night. Inside the base at first. 2 down. And the Sooner faithful on their feet. Ready to roar and then get ready for a rematch with James Madison tomorrow. Kinsley Washington. This could be it. Lions got it. Juarez retires 7 in a row to finish it off. And the 1 seed eliminates the 2 seed, and the Sooners are into the national semifinals.